Today, you will experience the life simulation of an ancient Roman slave. You are born in a small village on the frontier of the Roman Empire. Your parents are free people who make a living by farming. At age 7, a Roman legion raids your village. The soldiers kill the men who resist and capture all the women and children. Your hands are chained in iron shackles. You march with a long column of prisoners for 3 full months, all the way from the frontier to the city of Rome. At the slave market in Rome, you are stripped naked and made to stand on a platform while buyers inspect your teeth and muscles as if choosing livestock. In the end, a wealthy senator purchases you. From then on, you become a household slave in his estate, responsible for cleaning and serving drinks. The household steward is an old slave who secretly teaches you to read and write. He says knowledge is the only thing that can never be taken away. But the good times do not last. At age 12, your master loses a political struggle and all his property is confiscated, including every slave. You are resold to a large quarry outside Rome. From that day, your life becomes a living hell. You carry heavy stones from dawn to dusk every single day. Slaves in the quarry survive 3 years on average. You watch the people around you fall one by one. Some die of exhaustion, some are beaten to death, and some take their own lives. But you survive. Because you can read and write, the overseer assigns you to record the daily stone output. This task saves your life. At 16, a new slave owner takes over the quarry. He discovers you can not only read but also do arithmetic, and immediately transfers you to work as his bookkeeper. Your new master is a merchant in the grain trade along the Mediterranean coast. You travel with him to port cities across the entire Roman Empire. You are a quick learner and soon master Greek and Phoenician. Your master cannot do business without you, and your status gradually rises. At 20, your master puts you in charge of his grain warehouse in Alexandria, Egypt. For the first time, you have your own room and a proper bed. In Alexandria, you meet a Greek woman who is also a slave. She works in a textile workshop, and you fall secretly in love. But slaves have no right to marry. Your child is born a slave, the property of your master. This is the cruelest aspect of Roman law. You work desperately and save every single coin. Roman law has one provision. A slave can buy back his own freedom. This is called manumission. At 25, you finally save enough money for your freedom. You kneel before your master, holding a bag of gold coins in both hands, begging him to set you free. Your master agrees. He declares your freedom before a magistrate, and you receive the pileus, the cap of a freedman. From this moment, you are no longer a slave, but a free citizen. But your woman and child are still slaves. You spend 3 more years saving money to free them as well. On that day, your family of 3 holds each other and cries for a long time. Drawing on years of business experience, you start your own grain trade. Beginning with a single small boat, within 10 years you own an entire fleet. By 35, you are one of the wealthiest freedmen in Rome. You buy a grand house with a garden, hire servants, and engage the finest tutors for your son. But no matter how rich you become, the Roman aristocrats will never respect you. In their eyes, you are forever a nouveau riche upstart of slave origin. At 40, a political storm sweeps through Rome. After a new emperor takes power, he begins purging wealthy freedmen and confiscating their assets to fill the imperial treasury. Most of your property is seized, and your fleet is confiscated. You flee Rome with your family under cover of night, escaping to a small town in the south. In that small town, you use your remaining savings to buy a plot of land and start farming again. Life has come full circle, but this time you are free. When your son grows up, he goes to Rome. Thanks to the education you gave him, he successfully enters the Roman civil service and becomes a minor official. At 50, you collapse while working in the fields. A lifetime of hard labor has broken your body. You lie in bed for 3 months. Before you die, you call your son to your bedside and hand him the yellowed pileus cap of freedom. In your lifetime, you went from a free child to a slave, from a quarry laborer to a merchant, and from a wealthy man back to a farmer. You endured the cruelest institution of your era, but you never gave up. This was the life of an ancient Roman slave.